Hi 10th graders, now we will continue with similarity. Today we are going to see basic proportionality theorem, okay, and how to solve it. Then we will see sums based on it. That's our approach and that's how we do it, okay. So here, this is the basic proportionality theorem. I'll read it out to you all. If a line parallel to a side of a triangle, if a line parallel to one side of a triangle intersects the other two sides in two distinct points, then the line divides a side in the same ratio. So, see, in this we understand that as we studied in the 9th grade, some part of the statement gives us the given and some part gives us the to prove, okay. Now see very clearly, the first part is giving us the given. If a line parallel to one side of a triangle intersects the remaining sides in two distinct points, okay, so that is C or given. In triangle ABC, line L is parallel to line BC and line L intersects AB and AC in point P and Q respectively. So that is your given. Now, to prove, then the line divides a side in the same ratio. So that is your to prove. AB upon PB is equals to, you have to prove AB upon PB is equals to AQ upon QC. That is given. But you cannot do anything with this kind of a triangle. So what do? We have to do construction. So they are telling draw PC and BQ. So we have to join this. I will draw a dotted line, okay, to tell that it is a construction, and this is BQ. So PC and BQ I'll join. The join is not that good, but I'll join it so that you all understand, okay. I hope it is clear now. Now what we'll do is we'll consider this. So see, we want to prove AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC. So we want the ratio AP upon PB. So how we will do it? So means we will take this triangle. Now we have learned area, ratio of area of two triangles. So that only we will use. So APQ and BPQ. We'll take the above triangle and this triangle. See this. We'll take this. I'll write it as 1 and we'll take this triangle here. Okay, I'm highlighting it lightly. Okay, so first pair will be this. So we'll start with that only. Okay, and then, so let's start with that. So your first step will be area of triangle APQ upon area of triangle PQB is equals to, see, this is considered to be the height. Both have equal height PQ. Okay, so it will be AP upon PB. You can say ratio of area of triangles with equal height PQ. Second statement. Now, since I want AQ upon QC, see your to prove. You can see that we need AQ upon QC. The only way to do it is we consider triangle APQ and we consider the other triangle over here PQC. This below triangle. Okay, I'll shade it somewhat. See, this is okay. So that only. Also, area of triangle APQ upon area of triangle PQC is equals to AQ upon QC. The reason is similar, so we'll just put like that. Okay, I don't have much space, so I want to make sure that I finish the sum fast. Okay, now see, APQ, numerator is equal. Area of triangle APQ, area of triangle APQ. Now, if we want these two ratios to be equal, the left hand side should be equal to the right hand side. But here we already have one thing that is equal, that is APQ and APQ. Now we have to find a way to make PQB equal to PQC. But if we observe over here, PQB and PQC, now we have already know that PQ or line L is parallel to side BC. So we'll directly say area of triangle PQB is equal to area of triangle PQC. Reason being, segment PQ is common base and both triangles lie between the parallel lines PQ and BC. It is given. Okay. Therefore, fourth step, area of triangle APQ upon area of triangle PQB is equals to area of triangle APQ upon area of triangle PQC. If left hand side is equal, then right hand side will be equal from 1, 2 and 3. You can, if you all like the textbook steps, do that. Okay. Therefore, the fifth and the last one, therefore AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC, hence proved from above. Okay, it is that simple, but it is an important theorem. Okay, so in this, by basic proportionality theorem, okay, what do we come to know? That if two lines are parallel to each other, they will divide the side of the triangle in equal ratio. Please keep that in mind. Converse means ulta. Abhi iska ulta kya hai? Okay, it is given that these two are in the equal ratio. They are telling, prove that line L is parallel to BC. Now, here we introduce a construction again. Okay. So it is not there, it is not proved in our book, but if it comes for a group D sum, that's why I am doing, means a 4 mark sum if it comes as, okay, that's why I am doing it for you. It's anyways a practice, it's not very difficult. Given AP upon PB is equals to AQ upon QC. Okay, now what is the construction? Draw PQ dash, means we are drawing PQ dash such that PQ is parallel to BC. We are going to draw PQ dash such that PQ is parallel to BC. So first we will apply all this. Okay, first we will write what is given. Therefore, first step, AP upon PB is equals to AQ upon QC. That is given. Okay, next step we already know PQ dash is parallel to segment BC. That is given. Now you can directly apply BPT. That is, we can directly apply basic proportionality theorem for it. Okay, we can directly apply basic proportionality theorem for it. Therefore, in case PQ dash is parallel to BC, therefore we have AP upon PB is equals to AQ dash upon QC. Yes, AP upon PB is equals to AQ dash upon QC. That is by basic proportionality theorem. Okay, this is already given. Okay, not given, actually you can say by construction. Okay, sorry, this is given, this is by construction, and this is BPT. Okay, now what we do, from the first and the second statement we see AP upon PB, this is also AP upon PB. We see left hand side is equal, the right hand side is also equal. So we do, therefore AQ upon QC is equals to AQ dash upon QC from 1 and 2. Therefore, now what we need to do is we need to make them equal, okay? We have to try to understand that we are going to make it equal. So we add it. We add 1 on both the sides. AQ upon QC plus 1 is equals to AQ dash upon QC plus 1. Because we have to prove that either these 2 points coincide, okay, or what I am saying is correct, okay. We have to prove that PQ or line L is parallel to BC. So I am working towards that. Adding 1 on both sides. Sorry, I'm just trying this new pen because it's smaller and it fits in the frame. Please forgive my writing. Therefore, AQ plus QC, this is again taking LCM. Okay, it goes up. QC into 1 is 1. 1 into AQ is A upon QC is equals to AQ dash plus QC, again LCM method, upon QC. Therefore, sorry, this is Q dash C, okay. So AQ dash upon Q dash C. Okay, sorry. Therefore, AQ plus QC is nothing but AC. AQ plus QC. Just don't see if this exists. AQ plus QC. So that is AC upon QC is equals to, here it was supposed to be AQ dash upon Q dash C. So that is AC upon Q dash C. Now you can see numerator is the same. So what do we conclude? Numerator is the same. Therefore it will be QC is equals to Q dash C. That is this PQ, that is points Q and Q dash coincide. Okay, this coincide. Q and Q dash coincide. Point Q and Q dash coincide. Therefore, that is PQ or PQ dash or line L is parallel to segment BC or side BC. Okay, so this was your proof. So now I just thought I have already done this sum. I'll just explain it to you all, okay, and then I'll explain the calculation over here. So this is a direct application of BPT. I've left the answer. So here, example 1, okay, from your textbook. Okay, in this they have already given DE is parallel to BC, so it is given. Okay, we have to find AE. We have to find the value of AE. So in that case, how we do the sum? So we already write the given. In triangle ABC, D is parallel to BC, that is given. Direct application, if both of them are parallel, sides are in proportion. There is nothing else sides में. AD upon DB is equals to AE upon EC. Direct application है, direct ले लो. फिर वैल्यू डाल देना है 1.8 upon 5.4 and AE upon 7.2. After this cross multiplication होगा तो 1.8 into 7.2, this will go up. AE into 5.4. These type of sums are important. They come. Okay. Cross multiplication. Now we use the thing of decimals. 1.8 means 18 upon 10. 7.2 means 72 into 10. This plus multiplication sign is there, so I can do it. Similarly, 5.4 is nothing but 54 upon 10. Then whatever is in the denominator goes in the numerator. So I'll show you over here. So it is being done like that. 18 into 72 into 10 बिकॉज ये 10 आया है न्यूमरेटर में ऑन द अदर साइड, दैट इज इक्वल्स टू AE upon 10 into 10 is already there, 10 into 10 is already there, into this 54 was in the numerator, it will come in the denominator, so it has come in the denominator. Now we cancel 0 0, we cancel, so I'll do it by very basic sum tables. 9 2s are 18, 9 6 are, because I know both go in 9 times table, 2 1s are 2 3s are. Okay, so I'm done, but now 3 is then the number, 3 1s are, 3 2s are, 3 4s are. Okay, so that gives us 24 upon 10, nothing but decimal, that is nothing but 2.4 is equals to AE. Therefore AE is equals to 2.4 units. Okay, so this is for your sum. Now next, that is directly based on this is your exercise. There are 2 sums. Okay, there are 3 sums in your exercise. We'll go through it. So the next is exercise 1.2, sum number 2, direct application in this. In triangle PRQ, PM is, I've already marked, you can see PM is 15, PQ is, PM is 15, PQ is 25, PN is, they have not given, PR is 20, NR is 8. प्रॉब्लम क्या होता है, वो बोल रहा है कि स्टेट वेदर द लाइंस आर पैरेलल टू RQ एंड गिव रीजन. सो नाउ वी विल, अगर पैरेलल, इफ दिस हैज टू बी, इफ NM, I'll just darken it, if NM has to be parallel to RQ here, if these two have to be parallel, PN upon NR needs to be in proportion with PM upon MQ. ये दोनों को proportion में होना पड़ेगा. So we will have to find what is PN and what is MQ. Normal minus से, okay? So given me, I can only say, I can say that in triangle PRQ, you can write the values. PR is equals to 20, NR, and so on and so forth. Okay, I'll leave that to you all. And you can say find whether the line NM is parallel to side RQ. That is in, you can write it in find. Okay, don't have time. I'll spend more time in explaining the sum. Now solution, डायरेक्ट सोल्यूशन करना है. एज आई टोल्ड यू, PN फाइंड करना पड़ेगा. सो नॉर्मल एडिशन, PR द होल थिंग, PR विल बी नथिंग बट PN प्लस NR, दैट इज PN प्लस NR, P dash N dash R. Therefore PR is 20, PN NR is 8. Therefore 20, bring this aside, minus 8 is equals to PN, that is 12 is equals to PN. You can write over here given. So try mentioning over here, it will be good. Second, same thing, PQ is equals to PM plus MQ, PM plus MQ. Again, this means they are collinear, okay? But write it in order, P dash, M dash, Q. PQ is how much? 25. PM is 15, we don't know. MQ. Take this side. Therefore, 25 minus 15 is equals to MQ. Therefore, 5 minus 5 is 0, 2 minus 1 is 3. That is MQ. Okay? So PN is 12, PQ is now 10. Now directly you can say, take the ratio and then find if they are parallel or not. So we will first take PN upon NR. PN upon NR. PN is how much? 12. NR is 8. 2 6s are, 2 4s are, 2 3s are, 2 2s are. So this is 3 upon 2. Given. Fourth step, we take PM upon MQ. PM upon MQ. That is 15 upon 10. 3 5s are, no, 5 3s are 15, 5 2s are, again this is also 3 upon 2. Since the ratio of the sides, the line divides is equal, therefore it is parallel. So we will say Pn upon Nr is equals to Pm upon Mq from 3 and 4. Okay, from 3 and 4. Therefore, you can say therefore by converse of BPT, NM is parallel to RQ. Therefore, by converse of BPT, NM is parallel to RQ. I don't have place over here, plus, but please write that line. Okay. Now, let's go to sum number 4. Okay. Sum number 4 is measure of sum of the angles are given. Okay, in the figure. Prove that AP upon PB is equals to AQ upon QC. Now, you will say there are no sides proportional and also how should we do it? So, the hint is in the sum only. Measure of some angles in the figure are given. So, since they have given the measure of the angles, you already know it is in the shape of an L. These are corresponding angles. As soon as these are corresponding, these two lines become parallel. If this line becomes parallel, then your thing is proved. Two lines are parallel, sides are in proportion. Now let's see how we will do it. Okay. Now given, please write angle APQ is equals to 60 degree. Angle ABC is equals to 60 degree. Please write that in your given. Okay. Solution. Please don't miss out anything. Solution. First one I'll write given. Angle APQ is 60 degree. Angle ABC is equals to 60 degree. But I can write it as ABC. मतलब ये angle B है. So it can also be written as PBC because all of them are in the straight line. That is angle PBC is equals to 60 degree. Okay. The reason being, okay, that is given. And in this case, also A dash, P dash, B because they are collinear. Okay. Now, but angle APQ and angle PBC are corresponding angles. That is, angle APQ is congruent to angle PBC. Therefore, PQ is parallel to BC. Property of corresponding angles. Okay, since PQ is parallel to BC, therefore now in triangle, okay, from 1. Therefore in triangle ABC, PQ is parallel to BC. From 2 we come to know that. Therefore we have AP upon PB is equals to AQ upon QC by BPT, by basic proportionality theorem. Okay, that's how the sums are done. Now we'll take the last sum for today. This is in the form of fill in the blanks for you. So you all will be solving it in the form of fill in the blanks only. Using I'm solving the entire sum, but you all will be solving it using the fill in the blanks. Okay. In the figure 1.44, X is any point in the interior of the triangle. Point X is joined to the vertices of a triangle. Segment PQ is parallel to DE and segment QR is parallel to EF. Fill in the blanks. So I am not going to fill in the blanks. I am just going to do my sum. you all are going to do it in the form of the fill in the blank in your book. You can do both. Okay, so now let me see. I to go according to the sum. Suppose I don't have only the fill in the blanks. Okay, I'm only going to assume that I have the given. In the figure, x is a point. Okay, point x is joined to the vertex of a triangle. Segment PQ is parallel to DE. PQ is parallel to DE. PQ is parallel to DE. Now suppose this is a triangle. See over here. PQ is parallel to DE. So directly if I apply BPT, it will be XP upon PD is equals to XQ upon QE. It's a direct one over here. So let's apply it. Okay. So I'm using my given only. Okay. So I'm using my given. My first given is that in triangle XDE, segment PQ is parallel to segment DE, which is given. Okay, this is all based on BPT sums. Okay, therefore XP upon PD is equals to XQ upon QE by BPT. Second step. Let's see now what they're giving. Now they're saying QR is parallel to EF. QR is parallel to EF means they are meaning this particular triangle. Now you can directly distinguish it. In triangle XEF, segment QR is parallel to segment EF. Therefore, XQ upon QE is equals to XR upon RF. Yes, XR upon RF. Okay, that is by BPT. Okay, we are done. Let's see if anything is common. Now you will see that XQ upon QE and XQ upon QE is common. So as I told you all, if one side is common, the other two sides will also become equal. Okay, this is called the property of transitivity. Okay, so therefore XP upon PD is equals to XR upon RF because both are equal to XQ upon QE. Yes, I hope you can see the sum. Okay, I hope you can see the sum. Let's reduce. Okay, I hope you can see the sum, that is. So XQ upon QE. Okay, let's revise again. In triangle XDE, PQ is parallel to D. It is given to us. Therefore, this is parallel to this. Therefore, XP upon PD. Just tilt your head. You will be able to see the triangle is equal to XQ upon QE. First, in triangle XEF, QR is already parallel to EF. Therefore, XQ, this is a direct triangle now. XQ upon QE is equal to XR upon RF. But as I told you, this is common. This is also equal to this. This is also equal to this. So, if both are equal to 1, then it will be equal to each other. Say, by property of transitivity. Or you can say from 1 and 2 if you don't remember the word. Okay. Fourth step. Now, last triangle. They are telling us PR needs to be parallel to DF. So, abhi wala triangle consider karo. Okay. Now, we already know XP upon PD. See, we have got our answer. XP upon PD is equals to XR upon RF here. So, now, in triangle XDF, XP upon PD is equals to XR upon RF. From 3. Okay, lines, sides are in proportion, lines are parallel, converse. Therefore, converse of basic proportionality theorem, PR is parallel to DF. That is, segment PR is parallel to segment DF by converse of BPT. So this was the basic proportionality theorem, and all the sums in the textbook related to it, means specifically related to BPT and converse of BPT. Okay. Next we will be doing angle bisector. Meet you in the next part. Bye.